Juventus against Lokomotiv was just the same as it was the first time around, wasn't it? I mean, wasn't this almost exactly the same thing, a not particularly fun game decided by individuals?
Well, this is where I go back to the fact that I do feel a little bit sorry for Massimiliano Allegri. I think that people were like, oh, thrill us, entertain us, It's not always that easy to do when you have some of the players that Juventus have, which is the likes of, older players who perhaps are known to have played that one style of, or one way. It's difficult to now change them. Sarri needs a lot more time to try to get them to play the way that he would like them to play. But it's kind of the same thing. What happens when you're Atalanta is that teams against you, like Manchester City, will possess the ball, and then you can play a different style of play. You can counterattack. But with Juventus, everyone will shut up shop and try to counterattack you. So they have to be magnificent on the ball. And a lot of the times that does mean relying on this individual style, individual player to come up with the goods, which Douglas Costa did do for them, which Paulo Dybala did for them last time. But it's kind of exactly what Allegri did.
But I'm disappointed with Sarri at the moment. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad coach and he hasn't done a bad job so far. They're top of the table and they're still doing well in the Champions League.
And they're going to probably win that group.
But when I saw his Napoli side, the combinations, the understanding of the pairs, the understanding of the runs of Callejon for Insigne to play the ball, the link-up play with Higuain when he was playing for Sarri, with the player playing in behind him. It was great movement, it was great understanding. You knew where the next pass. He was almost dictatorial in the way he wanted his team to play the game. I'm not seeing that with Juventus. I don't see the understanding of what he's trying to do with the players.
I agree with you broadly, although even as you were saying it, I was like, well, wasn't that a little bit of it from Higuain to Douglas Costa on the goal?
That was we're not seeing enough of that. That was the perfect example. And so it was a great bit of individual play by Douglas Costa, but it was also the link up with Higuain. And Higuain, the player that everybody thought wasn't going to be around, he's the one player that is trying to link everything up. When Ronaldo gets the ball, it's Higuain that's showing up and he wants to play a little 1-2. It's not happening the other way round. When it goes into Higuain, Ronaldo's not looking to play a 1-2 with him. Ronaldo's looking to see whether he can get himself turned and get a shot away.
We obviously need to talk about the fact in this game that Ronaldo, for the first time in approximately 6,000 free kicks he's taken for Juventus,
with the help from the goalkeeper,
had one that was actually going in.
I know, and then
Aaron Ramsey stole it.
I know, and it was the first time in Champions League he's been substituted off, I believe. So that was a huge thing, although he's just not really been... This is what I mean with Sarri. I want different solutions. I want different choices being made. I was very angry when on social media everyone was like, well, credit to Sarri. They continued looking for the goal and he made the right substitutions. He only had those three to make. Like, who did you want him to bring on? Buffon. Like, obviously, these were the three that he was going to bring on, And they should be winning against Lokomotiv Moscow. I mean, they have João Mario, who is, by the way, sensational. But he wasn't into reject, right? Like, this is a team that you should be destroying very easily when you have Ronaldo. And Allegri didn't have Higuain, who's been magnificent. But again, it's why was Khedira not doing something to help Danilo, who is quite honestly one of the worst fullbacks. I really hope by the end of this year I'll be changing my tune about him. But so far I haven't seen anything from Danilo.
Up, have you, really?
No, I haven't seen anything from Danilo to feel like he deserves to be there.
Every week, and here's Mina.
I mean, Rabiot I thought was rather terrible as well.
So Bernardeschi or Ramsey in the hole behind a front two? Who would you have?
Obviously, I do know that Ramsey is just that little bit more beautiful on the ball. I just think I would go for Bernardeschi personally.
I'm not sure that I would agree that Ramsey is more beautiful on the ball than Bernardeschi.
I don't think so.
I think that Bernardeschi is possibly a more technical player, but I think I would take Ramsey for the effectiveness.
What Ramsey is good at doing, and I saw a lot of him at Arsenal, he's good at making forward runs and timing his runs. He's not got great pace. He's not a player that can press the ball either, whereas I'm not sure Bernardeschi can do that to a great degree.
I think he has acceleration. When you say pace, I think he has...
Who, Bernard?
I think he has
Ramsey runs a lot quicker going that way forward.
Oh, no, I think
and when he tries to run backwards, he can't run backwards because he doesn't really want to. But I would never say he's had great pace.
I want to sort of come back quickly to...
I think that's why he was always on the wing, because he was so fast, Bernard.
Oh, no, we're talking about Ramsey.
Oh, sorry, you are talking about Ramsey.
Yeah.
Right, I got confused.
I want to come back quickly to this Ronaldo thing because it's becoming this elephant in the room that I think no one wants to talk about. Also because if you ever say anything negative about Ronaldo, we know there'll be some online reaction. But is the presence of Ronaldo stopping Sarri from achieving what you're talking about?
Well,
because you cannot play. You cannot play in any other way than Ronaldo's way when he's on the pitch.
Yeah, and that's the problem that Sarri's had. And because when he went to the club, he said that there's one player that can have license to roam and do what he wants to do, and that's Ronaldo. But it means other players then have to fill in for him. And I spoke a lot in the last time I was on about how Matuidi had to do a lot of work on that left-hand side. He had to cover Ronaldo when Ronaldo went infield. But he's changed the system since, because originally he played with a front three with Ronaldo on the left, but never stayed there. So they were always open to the opposition breaking down that side. And then he wanted to go infield, so they had no out ball on the left-hand side.
Yeah, but what about attacking-wise? Yeah. Do you feel like they can bring the best out of Dybala and Higuain if they have Ronaldo?
Well, you would say they brought the best out of Ronaldo and Dybala when Higuain wasn't playing against Inter. The way he got it, that was the best tactical display he's put on so far this season, Sarri, because he got them not playing together but playing them almost outside the wide centre halves of Inter, and it left more space for Bernardeschi playing in behind, and they made runs from outside to in, the exact runs that Ronaldo wants to make, the exact runs that Dybala wants to make, and they played it very well on that occasion. But he can't do that with Higuain in the side, because then Higuain doesn't really want to be in a wide area, so he has to play them with Ronaldo and Higuain much closer together, and that's where I've been disappointed with Ronaldo, that he hasn't linked up with Higuain as much as Higuain wants to link up with Ronaldo.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.